Number 1. This 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe sedan, currently listed at $45,000 in Blue Ash, Ohio, is a fully restored pre-war classic that has been transformed into a high-performance street cruiser while retaining the elegant styling of one of Chevrolet's most distinctive late 1930s designs. The 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe comes from an important period in American automotive history, when manufacturers were refining both engineering and design ahead of the dramatic changes that would follow in the 1940s. Vehicles from this era are known for their tall, upright proportions, flowing fenders, and bold front-end styling that reflects the craftsmanship and character of pre-war American automobiles. Today, they are highly regarded among collectors for their historical significance and unmistakable vintage presence. This particular example has undergone a full restoration, giving it a fresh, show-quality appearance while also integrating modern performance upgrades. The body is finished in a striking metallic red paint that highlights the car's rounded surfaces and chrome detailing. The vibrant finish enhances its visual impact, making it the kind of vehicle that naturally attracts attention at shows and cruise events. Under the hood, this Chevrolet has been significantly upgraded with a 400 cubic inch V8 engine, producing over 400 horsepower. This is a major departure from the original factory configuration, transforming the car from a modest pre-war sedan into a powerful street machine. The large displacement V8 provides strong acceleration and confident highway performance, giving the vehicle capabilities far beyond what would have been imaginable in 1938. The engine is paired with an automatic transmission, making the car easier and more comfortable to drive in modern conditions. This combination allows the driver to enjoy the performance without the complexity of manual shifting, while still maintaining the classic driving feel of a vintage automobile. One of the most appealing aspects of this build is its balance between performance and usability. Despite its high horsepower output, the vehicle is equipped with functional modern conveniences, including air conditioning and a stereo system. These additions significantly improve comfort, allowing the car to be enjoyed in a wider range of conditions, including warm weather cruising and longer drives. All essential systems are reported to be in working order, including lights and windshield wipers, which is an important detail for a vehicle of this age and modification level. Reliability and functionality are key factors in determining whether a classic car is truly road-ready, and this Chevrolet appears to have been built with usability in mind. The car rides on BF Goodrich tires mounted on Craigar wheels, both of which are widely recognized in the classic and custom car community. Craigar wheels, in particular, are iconic in hot rod culture and complement the vehicle's performance-oriented character while still respecting its vintage foundation. Inside, the interior is described as complete and well-finished, contributing to the overall impression of a professionally restored and thoughtfully upgraded vehicle. While details are limited in the listing, the emphasis on completeness and presentation suggests a cohesive build rather than a partial or unfinished project. One of the defining characteristics of this Chevrolet is its dual identity. On one hand, it preserves the unmistakable styling of a 1938 pre-war American sedan. On the other hand, it delivers the performance and comfort of a modern street cruiser. This combination is what makes restomods and high-end restorations particularly desirable in today's classic car market. Vehicles like this are often used for car shows, weekend cruising, and collector enjoyment. The seller notes that it draws significant attention at events, which is expected given both its bold color choice and upgraded performance capabilities. It is the kind of car that stands out not only for its age, but for the quality of its transformation. For enthusiasts, this Chevrolet represents the upper tier of classic car ownership, where historical design meets modern engineering. It is no longer just a preserved artifact from the 1930s, but a fully functional and powerful driving machine that can compete with far newer vehicles in terms of performance and comfort. In the end, this 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe sedan is far more than a restored classic. It is a high-horsepower restomod that successfully blends pre-war American automotive elegance with modern V8 power, advanced comfort features, and show-quality presentation, creating a vehicle that is as impressive on the road as it is on display. Number 2. This 1948 Chevrolet Fleetline, currently listed at $30,000 and located in Oxon Hill, Maryland, is a post-war American coupe that has been fully transformed into a modernized street rod, combining classic fastback styling with a Cadillac power drivetrain and updated chassis components for improved performance and drivability. The 1948 Chevrolet Fleetline is one of the most recognizable late 1940s American designs, especially known for its flowing fastback roofline. Often referred to as a aero sedan style body, the Fleetline was Chevrolet's attempt to bring more aerodynamic, modern styling into the post-war automotive era. Even in its original form, it carries a sleek and distinctive silhouette that continues to appeal to collectors and hot rod builders today. This particular example has been heavily modified into a performance-oriented street machine, while still retaining its original body identity. Finished in black, the car maintains a classic and understated exterior appearance that contrasts with its significantly upgraded mechanical components. Under the hood sits a Cadillac 500 cubic inch V8 engine, one of the largest displacement production engines ever installed in a passenger car. Known for its massive torque output, the Cadillac 500 transforms this Fleetline into a high-torque street cruiser capable of effortless acceleration and strong highway performance. This engine choice is popular in the custom car world for builders seeking smooth yet extremely powerful drivability. Power is routed through a 700R4 automatic transmission equipped with a shift kit. The 700R4 is a widely respected overdrive transmission that offers both strong low-end acceleration and relaxed highway cruising thanks to its overdrive gear. The addition of a shift kit improves shift firmness and responsiveness, enhancing the overall driving experience and performance feel. The chassis has also been significantly upgraded. The installation of a Mustang 2 front suspension system improves steering geometry, ride quality, and handling precision compared to the original 1940 suspension design. This is one of the most common and effective upgrades in the hot rod industry, allowing classic vehicles to behave more like modern cars on the road. At the rear, the car is equipped with a Chevrolet 10-bolt rear end, a durable and widely used axle assembly known for reliability and compatibility with performance applications. Together with the upgraded front suspension, this setup gives the Fleetline a far more stable and controlled driving dynamic than its original factory configuration. With approximately 1,234 miles reported, the vehicle appears to have seen limited use since its conversion into its current form. Low mileage on a custom build often suggests careful ownership and occasional driving, typically for shows, cruises, or weekend enjoyment rather than daily use. What makes this Fleetline particularly appealing is the combination of classic styling and serious mechanical upgrades. The fastback body design remains one of Chevrolet's most elegant post-war shapes, while the Cadillac 500 engine and modern drivetrain components bring it firmly into the realm of high-performance street rods. This balance between vintage design and modern engineering is what defines many successful custom builds. The car retains its historical visual identity while delivering a driving experience that is significantly more powerful, reliable, and comfortable than anything available in 1948. At an asking price of $30,000, this Chevrolet Fleetline sits in a competitive segment of the custom classic market. It offers strong mechanical upgrades, a legendary high-displacement engine, and an iconic body style that continues to attract attention from enthusiasts and collectors alike. Overall, this Fleetline represents a classic American coupe reimagined for modern roads, a blend of post-war design elegance and raw Cadillac power performance that delivers both presence and power in equal measure. Number 3. This 1946 Ford sedan hot rod, currently listed at $25,995, is located in Wayne, Michigan. This build represents a classic post-war Ford sedan that has been fully transformed into a modern street-driven hot rod. While the original 1946 Ford design is known for its rounded, early post-war styling, this example has been extensively modified to deliver a much more aggressive presence, stronger performance, and modern driving comfort. Finished in a striking metallic cobalt blue, with light blue and white pinstriping. The car immediately stands out with a deep, reflective finish that changes character depending on the lighting. The custom paintwork, combined with shaved door handles and a hidden trunk popper integrated into the gas filler door, gives the vehicle a clean and streamlined custom appearance. The exterior stance is completed with American Racing Torque thrust wheels wrapped in BF Goodrich Radial T/A tires. This combination is a classic choice in the hot rod world, blending vintage-inspired styling with modern radial performance for improved ride quality and road grip. Under the hood, this Ford is powered by a 454 cubic inch Chevrolet big block V8. Known for its strong torque and aggressive power delivery, the 454 is a serious performance engine that dramatically changes the character of the original sedan. Equipped with a 4-barrel carburetor, Edelbrock intake manifold, and chrome dress-up components, the engine bay is both visually impressive and mechanically capable. Power is routed through a TH400 automatic transmission, a well-known heavy-duty gearbox favored in performance builds for its durability and ability to handle high torque output. This pairing ensures the car is not only powerful, but also reliable in a variety of driving conditions. The drivetrain is supported by a 10-bolt rear end, along with front disc brakes and rear drum brakes. This setup provides a balance between classic hot rod construction and improved stopping performance for modern road use. Comfort and drivability upgrades play a major role in this build. The car is equipped with power steering and power brakes, making it significantly easier to handle compared to its original factory configuration. Air conditioning and electric cooling fans further improve usability, especially in warmer climates or during extended driving sessions. Inside, the custom interior features a combination of silver leather and gray suede bucket seats, creating a refined yet sporty cabin environment. The inclusion of power windows, controlled both from the center console and key fob, adds a modern convenience rarely found in traditional 1940s vehicles. The dashboard is equipped with a full gauge package including speedometer, tachometer, vacuum, voltage, fuel, temperature, and oil pressure gauges, ensuring the driver has complete visibility of the vehicle's mechanical status at all times. Entertainment is handled by a Pioneer touchscreen head unit paired with matching speakers, adding modern audio functionality to the classic hot rod experience. A Grant GT steering wheel mounted on a tilt column further enhances driving comfort and control. While the seller notes that the power seats are only partially functional and there are minor imperfections such as small cracks in the rear fenders, the overall condition is described as a strong driver quality build. This suggests the car is meant to be enjoyed on the road rather than kept as a static showpiece. Imagine this Ford cruising down the highway on a weekend drive. The metallic blue paint reflects the sunlight. The deep rumble of the 454 big block fills the air, and the interior offers a comfortable, modernized driving experience wrapped in a classic body style. At $25,995, this 1946 Ford sedan hot rod offers a compelling combination of big block power, custom styling, and modern convenience features. It is a well-rounded street rod that blends traditional hot rod attitude with everyday drivability. This is not just a restored classic Ford. It is a fully customized hot rod built for performance, comfort, and visual impact on the road. Number 4. This 1940 Ford Coupe Gasser, currently listed at $39,500, is located in Solon, Ohio. Some builds are designed for comfort, some for cruising, and others exist for one clear purpose: straight-line performance with attitude. This 1940 Ford Gasser falls firmly into that last category. Built in the spirit of 1960s drag strip culture, it embodies the raw, aggressive style that made Gassers one of the most iconic forms of hot rod racing in American history. At its core, this is a purpose-built machine wrapped in classic pre-war Ford styling. The 1940 Ford Coupe body is one of the most recognizable designs of its era, known for its smooth curves, sloping roofline, and unmistakable hot rod potential. In this build, the body has been paired with a fresh frame that the seller notes has never seen winter salt or snow, ensuring a clean foundation for performance driving. Finished in red with a black interior, The car immediately presents itself as a traditional hot rod with racing intent. The gasser stance, high front end with a straight axle setup, gives it that classic drag strip look that enthusiasts instantly recognize. This is not a subtle car. It is built to be noticed. Power comes from a Ford 460 cubic inch big block V8, a legendary engine known for its massive torque output and strong aftermarket support. In a lightweight gasser-style coupe, the 460 provides the kind of brutal acceleration that defines straight-line performance builds. It is the type of engine that does not need high RPMs to make an impact. Its strength comes from sheer displacement and torque. Exhaust exits through stainless steel headers, further emphasizing the performance-focused nature of the build. Combined with the big block engine, this setup ensures an aggressive exhaust note that matches the car's visual presence. Power is transferred through a turbo 400 automatic transmission equipped with a manual valve body. This setup gives the driver more direct control over shifting while maintaining the durability and strength the TH400 is known for. It is a common choice in high-horsepower drag-style builds because of its ability to handle significant power without failure. Backing the transmission is a Ford 9-inch rear end, one of the most trusted components in performance car history. This unit is equipped with 4.56 gears and 31 spline axles, a combination designed specifically for quick acceleration rather than highway cruising. Paired with a 3,000 stall torque converter, the drivetrain is clearly optimized for strong launches and quarter-mile performance. This particular Ford Coupe Gasser, 1940 Ford Coupe, also includes slicks and additional parts, reinforcing its identity as a ready-to-run performance machine rather than a mild street cruiser. Everything about the configuration points toward drag strip capability and hard acceleration. Imagine staging at the line. The engine is already rumbling with anticipation, the big block shaking slightly at idle. The front end sits high, the rear squats just enough, and the slicks are ready to bite. When the light turns green, the 460 unleashes its full torque instantly, pushing the car forward with the kind of force that defines classic gasser racing. There is no luxury focus here, no modern refinement, and no attempt to soften the experience. Instead, the car delivers a raw, mechanical driving feel that connects directly to the roots of American hot rodding culture. The seller emphasizes that this is a serious build and explicitly states no trades, reinforcing the idea that this is a focused performance vehicle intended for enthusiasts who understand exactly what it is. At an asking price of $39,500, this Ford Gasser represents a complete, ready-built package for anyone interested in vintage drag-style hot rods. Building a similar car from scratch would require significant time, fabrication, and investment, making a completed example like this especially appealing. In the end, this 1940 Ford Coupe Gasser is more than just a classic car with a big engine. It is a tribute to an entire era of drag racing culture, where creativity, power, and attitude define the sport. Whether used for strip events, car shows, or weekend enjoyment, this Gasser delivers the unmistakable spirit of old-school American speed. Number 5. This 1941 Ford Hot Rod Classic, currently listed at $19,900, is located in Towanda, Pennsylvania. This build represents a traditional American hot rod approach, where a classic pre-war Ford body is transformed into a performance-focused street machine. The 1941 Ford is already a highly recognizable vintage platform, but this example has been extensively upgraded to deliver modern power and drivability while still maintaining its old-school custom identity. Finished in yellow with a gray interior, the car immediately stands out with a bold, custom appearance. The bright exterior color reinforces its hot rod character, giving it a strong visual presence that contrasts sharply with the original factory tones these cars would have worn in the early 1940s. It is clearly built to be noticed, whether parked at a show or driving down the road. Under the hood, this Ford is powered by a small block Chevrolet engine sourced from a Corvette, producing an estimated 350 horsepower. The engine is equipped with a crane camshaft and a 650 CFM 4-barrel carburetor, both of which are performance-oriented components designed to enhance power output and throttle response. This setup is a classic combination in the hot rod world, known for its reliability, aftermarket support, and strong street performance. The drivetrain includes an automatic transmission with a shift kit, which improves shift firmness and responsiveness compared to a standard automatic setup. This modification helps the car feel more aggressive and performance-focused when driven, while still maintaining the convenience of automatic operation. One of the most important upgrades on this build is the addition of front disc brakes. For older hot rods, braking performance is a critical safety consideration, and disc brake conversions significantly improve stopping power and reliability compared to original drum brake systems. This makes the vehicle more suitable for modern road conditions and higher performance driving. The car also features suicide doors, a term used for rear hinge doors commonly associated with custom builds and certain vintage designs. This styling choice adds to the car's traditional hot rod character and enhances its visual uniqueness. Additional upgrades include new wheels and tires, which not only improve appearance, but also contribute to better handling and road stability. In classic hot rod builds, modern wheel and tire setups are often one of the final steps in completing the vehicle's performance and aesthetic package. With approximately 2,000 miles reported since its build or modification, this vehicle appears to have been lightly driven in its current configuration. That typically suggests it is either a relatively recent build or a well-maintained custom that has not been heavily used since completion. Driving a car like this is very different from driving a stock 1941 Ford. Instead of the original factory engine and mechanical systems, the driver experiences modern V8 power, improved braking, and a more responsive drivetrain, all wrapped in a vintage body that preserves the classic silhouette of early Ford design. This combination of old and new is a defining characteristic of the hot rod culture. Builders take historically significant vehicles and reimagine them with upgraded mechanical systems, creating cars that offer both nostalgia and performance in a single package. The 1941 Ford itself is a popular choice in the custom car community due to its smooth body lines and strong aftermarket support. Its design lends itself well to customization, whether in the form of traditional restorations or more aggressive hot rod transformations like this one. At $19,900, this 1941 Ford hot rod offers a complete, turnkey custom build with significant performance upgrades already in place. It is not a restoration project, but rather a finished interpretation of what a classic American hot rod can become when combined with modern mechanical components. This vehicle represents more than just a vintage Ford. It is a re-engineered classic, blending historical design with contemporary performance, built for enthusiasts who value both style and driving excitement. Number 6. This 1942 Hudson Super 6 Coupe, currently listed at $45,000 in Bucyrus, Ohio, is a fully custom-built restomod that combines pre-war American coupe styling with modern performance engineering and a complete luxury-focused rebuild from the ground up. The 1942 Hudson Super 6 comes from a historically significant era in American automotive production, right at the transition into World War II when civilian vehicle manufacturing was heavily impacted. As a result, surviving examples from this period are already relatively uncommon, and well-preserved or professionally modified versions are even more desirable among collectors and custom car enthusiasts. At first glance, this Hudson maintains its original vintage appearance, preserving the iconic coupe silhouette that defined early 1940s design. However, beneath the classic exterior lies an entirely modernized structure that has been rebuilt from top to bottom in a full frame-off custom restoration. The body has been refinished in a deep maroon color, enhancing its long, flowing lines while giving it a refined, upscale presence. One of the most significant aspects of this build is its upgraded chassis and suspension system. The front end features a Heights independent suspension setup, a high-quality aftermarket system designed to dramatically improve ride comfort, steering precision, and overall handling compared to the original factory configuration. At the rear, the vehicle is fitted with a Ford rear end, providing strength and durability suitable for modern power output and driving conditions. Braking performance has been fully upgraded to four-wheel disc brakes, a major improvement over the original drum brake systems used in the 1940s. This ensures much stronger, more consistent stopping power and significantly enhances safety and drivability, especially in today's traffic environments. Powering the vehicle is a modern GM LT1 V8 engine, paired with a 700R automatic transmission. This drivetrain combination is widely respected for its balance of performance, reliability, and drivability. The LT1 engine provides strong horsepower and torque while maintaining modern fuel delivery and efficiency characteristics. Combined with the 700R transmission, the car delivers smooth acceleration and relaxed highway cruising capability, making it far more practical than its original mechanical setup. The electrical system has been completely rewired to accommodate the modern engine and upgraded components. This includes a fully custom wiring harness designed specifically for the LT1 setup, ensuring reliable integration of all mechanical and electronic systems. The lighting system has also been upgraded with LED components, improving visibility, efficiency, and longevity. Comfort and convenience have clearly been a major focus in this build. The vehicle is equipped with vintage air conditioning, allowing for comfortable driving in warm weather conditions. It also includes a CD player with built-in changer, adding entertainment features that blend modern usability with classic styling. Additional luxury features include tilt steering, cruise control, and custom leather seating with matching interior panels. These upgrades significantly enhance the driving experience, turning what would have originally been a purely mechanical 1940s coupe into a comfortable long-distance cruiser. The trunk area has also been custom finished, reflecting the same attention to detail seen throughout the rest of the vehicle. Even smaller aesthetic touches, such as LED lighting and a custom illuminated license plate display, demonstrate the level of craftsmanship involved in the build. According to the seller, the car comes with full documentation, including invoices and receipts, confirming that no expense was spared during the restoration process. This level of documentation is highly valuable in the custom car market, as it provides transparency and helps establish the quality and legitimacy of the build. Garage storage and ongoing maintenance further indicate that the vehicle has been carefully preserved since completion. This is particularly important for Restomod vehicles, where both mechanical and electrical systems must remain in good condition to ensure reliability. What makes this Hudson especially appealing is its balance of originality and transformation. While the exterior retains the recognizable identity of a 1942 Hudson coupe, the underlying structure, drivetrain, and comfort systems have been completely modernized. The result is a vehicle that offers classic styling with the performance, safety, and convenience of a contemporary car. In the end, this 1942 Hudson Super 6 Coupe is far more than a restored classic. It is a fully engineered custom Restomod that blends pre-war American automotive design with modern LT1 power, advanced suspension and braking systems, and luxury interior features, creating a high-end cruiser built for both show and real-world driving enjoyment. Number 7. This 1940 Ford Tudor Standard, currently listed at $24,900 and located in Manchester, Maryland, is a well-preserved early Ford classic that blends original character with tasteful mechanical upgrades, resulting in a dependable vintage driver with strong authenticity and long-term usability. The 1944 Tudor is one of the most iconic pre-war American designs, widely admired for its smooth, rounded body lines, bold front grille, and balanced proportions. It represents a turning point in Ford's design language, where styling became more streamlined and refined compared to the boxier vehicles of the 1930s. Even today, the 1940 Ford remains a favorite among collectors and traditional hot rod enthusiasts because of its timeless shape and mechanical simplicity. Finished in black with a tan interior, this example carries a classic and understated appearance that emphasizes its vintage identity. Rather than a high-gloss show restoration, the car is described as having an excellent shiny patina, giving it a naturally aged but well-maintained look. This type of finish is often highly valued among enthusiasts who appreciate originality and authentic, over modern repainting. One of the most important aspects of this vehicle is its structural condition. The seller emphasizes that the car is very solid, with no evidence of major bodywork. The undercarriage is described as largely original, suggesting that the vehicle has not been heavily restored or altered in a way that hides its history. For collectors, this level of honesty in the body and frame condition is a significant advantage. Mechanically, the car retains its original drivetrain foundation with some carefully selected upgrades. The flathead V8 has been slightly modified using 1949 to 1953 components, including Edelbrock and Offenhauser equipment. These period-style performance upgrades are well known in the classic Ford community and are often used to improve drivability and efficiency while maintaining vintage character. The vehicle also benefits from a number of important modernization updates that improve safety and usability. A disc brake conversion and dual master cylinder have been added, significantly enhancing braking performance and driver confidence compared to the original system. These upgrades are especially important in older vehicles where stopping power is a critical safety concern. Additional improvements include a 12-volt electrical conversion and alternator upgrade, which improve reliability and make the car more compatible with modern electrical components. The addition of electric wipers further enhances practicality, especially in varying weather conditions. The engine is paired with cast iron headers and a dual exhaust system, contributing to improved exhaust flow and a more traditional hot rod sound. The car rides on Firestone Indy 500 radial tires, which offer a balance of classic appearance and modern road performance, improving both safety and drivability. Inside, the interior is described as largely original with minimal wear and tear. This suggests that the cabin has been preserved rather than heavily modified or restored, maintaining the authentic feel of a 1940 Ford interior. For many enthusiasts, this kind of preservation is highly desirable because it reflects the vehicle's true age and history. With approximately 1,000 miles reported since its current configuration, the vehicle appears to have been lightly used and well cared for. This low mileage likely reflects weekend driving or occasional use rather than daily operation, helping preserve its condition. What makes this 1940 Ford Tudor particularly appealing is its balance between originality and thoughtful modernization. It retains its vintage body, interior character, and classic flathead engine heritage, while incorporating key upgrades that make it safer, more reliable, and more enjoyable to drive in modern conditions. At an asking price of $24,900, this Ford Tudor Standard offers a strong combination of authenticity, drivability, and mechanical improvement. It is not an over-restored showpiece or a heavily modified hot rod, but rather a well-sorted classic driver that can be enjoyed as is. Overall, this 1940 Ford represents a carefully preserved piece of American automotive history, enhanced just enough to remain practical on today's roads while still maintaining the charm, simplicity, and character that make pre-war Fords so highly respected among collectors and enthusiasts. Number 8. This 1949 Plymouth Special Deluxe convertible, currently listed at $26,495, is located in New York, New York. This classic Plymouth represents the post-war American automotive era, a time when manufacturers focused on smooth styling, comfortable cruising, and dependable engineering. The Special Deluxe line was one of Plymouth's more refined offerings, designed to deliver an enjoyable driving experience for everyday use while still maintaining an elegant appearance. Finished in a deep burgundy exterior with a beige interior, this convertible carries a timeless and sophisticated color combination. The soft-top design enhances its nostalgic appeal, giving it the open-air cruising character that made convertibles especially popular in the late 1940s. According to the seller, the vehicle runs beautifully with smooth and quiet operation. That kind of description suggests a well-maintained drivetrain and a car that has likely been cared for rather than left in long-term storage or neglected condition. With approximately 84,848 miles, this Plymouth appears to have been driven and enjoyed over its lifetime. For a vehicle of this age, mileage alone is less important than overall condition and mechanical reliability, both of which are emphasized positively in the listing. The manual transmission provides a more traditional driving experience, connecting the driver directly to the mechanical operation of the vehicle. In cars from this era, manual gearboxes were standard, and they contribute to the authentic vintage feel that enthusiasts appreciate today. While the seller does not list specific mechanical upgrades or modifications, the emphasis on smooth and quiet operation suggests that the car has been maintained in a way that preserves both drivability and comfort. Vehicles from this period often require careful upkeep to remain reliable, so a strong running example is always a positive sign. The convertible body style adds to its desirability, as open-top classic cars tend to attract attention wherever they go. The seller even notes that the car receives thumbs up everywhere you go, reflecting the strong emotional and visual appeal these vintage convertibles still hold in public spaces. Imagine cruising through city streets or along a coastal road in this Plymouth. The burgundy paint catches the light. The beige interior feels warm and inviting, and the soft hum of the engine provides a relaxed soundtrack to the drive. It is not about speed or modern technology. It is about atmosphere and experience. Cars like this Plymouth Special Deluxe are often appreciated for their simplicity and charm. They offer a direct connection to a time when driving was a more leisurely and sensory experience, without the distractions of modern systems and electronics. At $26,495, this 1949 Plymouth Special Deluxe convertible represents a well-preserved and visually appealing entry into the world of post-war American convertibles. Its strong running condition, elegant color combination, and classic design make an attractive option for enthusiasts seeking a vintage cruiser. This is more than just a classic car. It is a rolling piece of American automotive history designed for relaxed driving and timeless enjoyment. Number 9. This 1947 Ford Deluxe Coupe, currently listed at $18,000, is located in Billerica, Massachusetts. Post-war Ford coupes have long held a special place in American hot rod culture, and the 1947 Deluxe is no exception. With its rounded body lines, classic coupe proportions, and unmistakable vintage character, it represents the transition from pre-war design language into the more refined styling of the late 1940s. Even today, it remains one of the most popular foundations for nostalgia-style hot rod builds. This particular example is presented as a nostalgia-themed hot rod that was built in North Carolina. The seller notes that the engine was rebuilt during the build process and fitted with Offenhauser heads, a well-known performance upgrade in traditional hot rodding. Offenhauser components have long been associated with vintage speed culture, especially among enthusiasts who appreciate period-correct performance modifications. The vehicle also features a 3-speed manual transmission, keeping the driving experience mechanical and engaging. Unlike modern vehicles, this setup emphasizes driver involvement, requiring full attention to gear selection and engine response, which is part of the appeal for many classic hot rod owners. Power is supported by an 8-volt electrical system, a somewhat uncommon upgrade in vintage builds. This type of modification is often used to provide improved starting performance and stronger electrical output compared to traditional 6-volt systems found in older vehicles. The seller mentions that the car includes many new parts, along with good glass and rubber throughout. These details suggest that while the car is not a full modern restoration, it has been maintained and updated to remain functional and presentable as a driver-quality hot rod. This particular Ford Deluxe Coupe, 1947 Ford Deluxe Coupe, carries the spirit of a traditional post-war hot rod, simple, mechanical, and focused on driving enjoyment rather than modern comfort or technology. The exterior is finished in black, while the interior features brown tones, creating a classic and understated combination that fits the nostalgic theme of the build. Black-painted hot rods have long been a staple of traditional custom car culture, often associated with early street rod styling and vintage performance aesthetics. The seller also notes that the car just doesn't get used anymore, which is a common situation among classic vehicles that are built for enjoyment but eventually spend more time in storage than on the road. Rather than letting it sit and used, The owner has chosen to pass it on to someone who will continue driving and appreciating it. Imagine opening the garage and seeing this Ford Deluxe waiting under soft light. The black paint reflects subtly. The coupe body lines feel timeless, and the overall presence is understated yet purposeful. It does not rely on flashy modifications or modern styling. It speaks through simplicity and history. Turn the key, and the rebuilt engine comes to life with a steady, nostalgic rumble. The 3-speed manual transmission connects directly to the driving experience, making every shift a deliberate and mechanical interaction. On the road, the car feels raw and authentic, delivering the kind of experience that modern vehicles simply cannot replicate. At an asking price of $18,000, this Ford Deluxe Coupe represents an accessible entry point into traditional hot rod ownership. It offers a combination of classic styling, period-inspired performance upgrades, and a straightforward mechanical setup that appeals to enthusiasts who value authenticity over complexity. In the end, this 1947 Ford Deluxe is more than just an old coupe with modifications. It is a reflection of early hot rod culture, simple engineering, vintage performance parts, and a focus on driving enjoyment. Whether preserved as a nostalgic cruiser or enjoyed at local events and weekend drives, it carries the timeless spirit of post-war American automotive enthusiasm. Number 10. This 1944 Deluxe two-door sedan hot rod, currently listed at $29,995, is located in Upper Black Eddy, Pennsylvania. This build represents a high-end interpretation of a classic American hot rod, combining the timeless styling of the 1944 Deluxe with a wide range of performance, comfort, and custom fabrication upgrades. The result is a vehicle that preserves its vintage identity while delivering a driving experience that is far more modern and refined than the original factory version. Finished in a custom green exterior with flame accents across the front, this Ford immediately establishes itself as a traditional hot rod with strong visual character. The flame detailing pays homage to classic American hot rod culture, where bold paintwork and artistic expression became defining elements of the scene. Despite a few minor paint imperfections noted by the seller, the overall presentation remains clean, striking, and highly recognizable. One of the more unique custom touches is the electrically controlled front air vent located beneath the windshield, operated by an interior switch. Another subtle but clever modification is the hidden cable system used to open the fuel door, designed to maintain smooth body lines and preserve the car's streamlined appearance. These details reflect thoughtful customization beyond simple aesthetic changes. Under the hood, this Ford is powered by a highly modified Chevrolet 350 cubic inch V8 engine equipped with a triple two-barrel carburetor setup. This configuration is designed to increase airflow and fuel delivery, contributing to strong performance and a distinctive mechanical presence. Adding to its uniqueness, the engine block is signed by legendary NHRA drag racing icon Big Daddy Don Garlits, giving the vehicle a rare piece of motorsport history embedded within its build. Power is delivered through a turbo 353-speed automatic transmission, a widely used and reliable setup in the hot rod community. This drivetrain combination is known for durability and ease of maintenance, while still providing strong performance for street use. The rear end features a Ford 9-inch axle with 2.73 highway gears, which helps the vehicle maintain relaxed cruising RPMs at higher speeds, making it more suitable for longer drives. An upgraded aluminum radiator has been installed to improve cooling efficiency, ensuring the engine remains stable even under demanding conditions. According to the seller, the vehicle starts reliably and runs smoothly, indicating that the mechanical systems have been properly sorted for regular use. Inside, the cabin continues the green and tan theme established by the exterior, creating a cohesive visual design throughout the vehicle. The interior has been modernized with a new gauge cluster, updated radio system, and an integrated backup camera. These upgrades significantly improve usability while preserving the overall vintage aesthetic of the car. From a driving perspective, this hot rod offers a very different experience compared to a stock 1940 Ford. The combination of a high-output V8 engine, automatic transmission, and upgraded suspension and braking systems makes it far more accessible and enjoyable for modern road conditions, while still maintaining the feel and presence of a classic pre-war body. The vehicle also benefits from recent mechanical improvements, including new brakes and rear slider springs, as well as new tires. These updates contribute to both safety and ride quality, ensuring the car is not only visually impressive but also road-ready. With approximately 53,569 miles showing, this Ford appears to have been actively used and maintained in its current configuration. While mileage in classic and custom vehicles is often less significant than build quality, it does suggest a history of regular operation rather than static display use. At $29,995, this 1944 Deluxe Hot Rod sits in the upper tier of custom builds, offering a combination of historical design, performance engineering, and unique provenance through its signed engine block. It is not a restoration project, but a completed custom hot rod design for both show and street use. This vehicle represents the essence of American hot rod culture, taking an iconic classic design and reimagining it with modern power, comfort, and creativity. It stands as a rolling example of craftsmanship, performance engineering, and automotive history blended into a single distinctive machine. Number 11. This 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe, currently listed at $39,900 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a high-end pre-war custom build that combines one of Chevrolet's most iconic body styles with a carefully executed chop-top design, modern V8 power, and award-winning show car presentation. The 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe is widely regarded as one of the most elegant American cars of the pre-war era. Marketed under Chevrolet's Royal Clipper styling theme, the model featured smoother body lines, improved aerodynamics, and a more refined overall appearance compared to earlier designs. Positioned at the top of Chevrolet's lineup, the Special Deluxe quickly became one of the brand's most successful models, with more than half of all 1940 Chevrolets sold being this trim level. This particular example has been transformed into a custom hot rod, while still preserving the unmistakable beauty of its original design. The most visually striking modification is the chopped roof, which lowers the overall height of the car and creates a tighter, more aggressive profile. This modification is a hallmark of traditional custom car culture, especially among builders focused on pre-war American vehicles. The result is a sleeker, more dramatic silhouette that enhances the car's already flowing lines. Finished in deep black with polished chrome accents, the exterior presents a clean and purposeful appearance. Black paint is often chosen for high-end customs because it emphasizes body shape, reflections, and surface detail. On this Chevrolet, it highlights the long fenders, rounded curves, and carefully refined proportions of the 1940 design. According to the seller, the vehicle has also won multiple trophies, indicating strong recognition within the custom car show community. Under the hood, the car is powered by a 350 cubic inch Chevrolet V8 engine, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. This drivetrain combination is a classic Restomod setup, known for balancing reliability, performance, and ease of use. The 350 V8 provides modern dependability and strong power output compared to the original factory engine, while the automatic transmission ensures smooth and accessible driving characteristics. Together, they allow the vehicle to function as both a showpiece and a capable street cruiser. The seller notes that the car starts, runs, and drives well, reinforcing its usability despite its show-quality appearance. This is an important distinction in the custom car world, where some highly modified vehicles are built primarily for display rather than regular operation. Inside, the cabin features a gray cloth bench seat that complements the exterior without overpowering it. The interior design appears clean and functional, with an emphasis on usability and presentation. A modern instrument cluster has been installed, providing improved readability and more accurate monitoring of engine performance compared to the original gauges. This helps bridge the gap between vintage styling and modern driving expectations. Entertainment is provided by a Pioneer stereo system, offering contemporary audio functionality within a classic-themed interior. Additionally, a battery disconnect switch has been installed, which is a practical feature for preserving electrical systems during storage and preventing battery drain. One of the most historically interesting aspects of the original 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe was its introduction of seal beam headlights, a relatively new technology at the time. This detail marked a shift toward more standardized and reliable automotive lighting systems across the industry. On this custom build, those headlights are integrated into the lowered front end, giving the car a more aggressive and distinctive nighttime appearance. The overall build reflects a careful balance between artistry and performance. While many custom cars lean heavily toward either extreme styling or mechanical upgrades, this Chevrolet maintains a strong connection to its original identity while incorporating modern components that improve drivability and reliability. The chopped roof, chrome detailing, and black finish establish its show car presence, while the V8 drivetrain ensures it remains enjoyable on the road. For enthusiasts, this type of build represents the pinnacle of traditional American custom culture. It takes an already beautiful pre-war design and refines it through craftsmanship, engineering, and aesthetic vision, resulting in a vehicle that is both historically rooted and visually dramatic. In the end, this 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe is far more than a restored classic. It is a trophy-winning chopped custom that blends pre-war elegance with modern V8 performance and thoughtful interior upgrades, creating a show-quality hot rod that commands attention both on display and on the open road. Number 12. This 1940 Ford Standard Tudor, currently listed at $25,000 and located in Nashua, New Hampshire, is a long-owned classic American sedan that blends traditional pre-war Ford styling with a proven small-block Chevrolet V8 drivetrain and period-correct hot rod suspension upgrades, creating a dependable and enjoyable vintage driver. The 1944 Tudor is one of the most iconic pre-war body styles ever produced by Ford, recognized for its smooth, rounded fenders, integrated headlights, and balanced proportions that marked a shift toward more modern automotive design. This model remains highly sought after among collectors and hot rod enthusiasts because of its timeless appearance and strong customization potential. This particular example has a unique ownership history, having been family-owned since 1978. Long-term family ownership often suggests consistent care, familiarity with the vehicle's condition, and a strong sense of preservation over time. It was reportedly restored in 1995, which means it has already undergone a significant period of refurbishment while still maintaining its vintage character. Finished in purple, the car presents a distinctive custom appearance that sets it apart from traditional factory colors. While not original to the period, the color adds personality and individuality, reflecting its identity as a restored and modified classic rather than a factory stock restoration. Under the hood sits a 350 cubic inch Chevrolet crate engine, producing approximately 290 horsepower. This engine swap significantly increases performance compared to the original flathead V8 that would have been installed from the factory. The small block Chevy is widely respected for its reliability, ease of maintenance, and strong aftermarket support, making it one of the most popular choices in classic Ford hot rod conversions. The engine is paired with a traditional 3-on-the-tree manual transmission, a column-shifted 3-speed gearbox that preserves a strong connection to the vehicle's vintage driving experience. This combination of modern V8 power with a classic shifting system creates an interesting blend of old and new driving characteristics. Power is delivered through a 1940 Ford rear end equipped with 3.54 gears, a setup that offers a balance between acceleration and highway drivability. This gearing choice makes the car suitable for relaxed cruising while still providing adequate responsiveness for city driving. The front suspension has been upgraded with a 4-inch dropped axle and disc brakes, improving both stance and stopping performance. The lowered front end gives the car a more aggressive hot rod profile, while the disc brake conversion provides a significant safety and performance improvement over the original drum brake system. The car also retains its original 1940 front sway bar, which helps maintain stability and handling balance. This combination of original components and performance upgrades reflects a thoughtful approach to modifying the vehicle without completely removing its factory identity. With approximately 14,300 miles reported, the vehicle appears to have been driven sparingly since its restoration and engine upgrade. This suggests that it has likely been used as a weekend cruiser or occasional show car, rather than a daily driver. Described as a nice driver that runs well, this Ford appears to be in solid mechanical condition, offering a balance of usability and classic appeal. It is not presented as a high-end show car, but rather a functional and enjoyable vintage vehicle that can be driven and appreciated regularly. At an asking price of $25,000, this 1940 Ford Standard Tudor sits in a reasonable range for a restored and V8 swapped classic of its era. It offers a combination of vintage styling, upgraded performance, and long-term ownership history that adds to its overall appeal. Overall, this Ford represents a traditional American hot rod philosophy. Take a classic pre-war body, upgrade the drivetrain for reliability and power, improve safety systems, and preserve enough originality to maintain its historical identity. The result is a car that delivers both nostalgia and practical drivability in one cohesive package. Number 13. This 1946 Ford Deluxe Coupe, currently listed at $27,000, is located in Millstone Township, New Jersey. This particular Ford represents one of the most classic post-war American coupe designs ever produced. The business coupe configuration, which eliminates the rear seat entirely, was originally intended for traveling salesmen and professionals who prioritize cargo space over passenger seating. Today, that same layout has become highly desirable among collectors for its clean interior design and authentic vintage character. Finished in black with a gray interior, this coupe carries a timeless and elegant appearance. The simple color combination highlights the smooth curves of the 1946 Ford body, a design that reflects the transition period between pre-war styling and the more modern automotive era that followed. According to the seller, this vehicle is in excellent condition and has been garage kept throughout its life. That level of care is especially important for vehicles of this era, as consistent indoor storage significantly reduces rust, weathering, and structural deterioration over time. Under the hood sits a custom flathead V8 engine, a power plant that played a major role in early American hot rod culture. Known for its simplicity and durability, the flathead V8 remains one of the most iconic engines in automotive history. In this build, it is enhanced with dual carburetors and dual exhausts, giving it improved breathing capability and a more aggressive performance character compared to stock configurations. Power is delivered through a 3-speed manual transmission mounted on the column, commonly referred to as a 3-on-the-tree setup. This type of shifting system was widely used in mid-20th century American vehicles and provides an authentic vintage driving experience that connects the driver directly to the mechanical operation of the car. One of the most significant upgrades on this vehicle is the addition of front disc brakes. Combined with new brake lines and a new master cylinder, this modern braking system greatly improves stopping performance and safety compared to the original factory drum brake setup. These updates make the car more suitable for modern road conditions while maintaining its classic identity. The seller emphasizes that the interior is in perfect condition, along with the chrome exterior trim. This suggests that both the cabin and exterior presentation have been carefully maintained or restored to a high standard, contributing to the overall show quality appearance of the vehicle. While the original radio is still present, it is not operational. This detail is common in vintage cars, where original equipment is often preserved for authenticity even if it is no longer functional. With approximately 60,000 miles on the odometer, this Ford appears to have been driven and enjoyed over time rather than preserved as a static display piece. However, the combination of garage storage and careful maintenance has helped preserve its excellent overall condition. What makes this coupe especially appealing is its balance between originality and usability. It retains its classic flathead V8 character and traditional manual transmission, while also benefiting from modern safety upgrades like disc brakes and improved hydraulic components. Imagine driving this Ford down a quiet road. The flathead V8 delivers a steady, mechanical rhythm. The dual exhaust provides a subtle vintage tone, and the column shifter engages each gear with deliberate precision. It is a driving experience rooted in simplicity and connection. The seller describes it as a show-condition vehicle that must be seen to be appreciated, and based on the details provided, it clearly represents a well-preserved example of a post-war Ford coupe with tasteful mechanical improvements. At $27,000, this 1946 Ford Deluxe Business Coupe offers a strong combination of originality, upgraded drivability, and classic hot rod appeal. It is the kind of vehicle that appeals both to collectors and drivers who want to experience authentic mid-century American motoring. This is not just a restored coupe. It is a carefully preserved piece of automotive history enhanced with thoughtful upgrades for modern enjoyment. Number 14. This 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak Streamliner Coupe, currently listed at $32,000, is located in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The late 1940s marked a turning point in American automotive design as manufacturers moved away from pre-war styling and into a new era of smoother, more aerodynamic bodies. Pontiac's Silver Streak lineup became one of the standout designs of this period, and the Streamliner Coupe remains one of the most visually distinctive examples of post-war American engineering. This particular car presents itself as a restored antique that has been driven just over 1,100 miles since completion. Finished in blue with a clean, show-ready appearance, it reflects the elegance and optimism of late 1940s automotive design. The Streamliner name itself was used to emphasize the car's flowing body lines and modern styling for its time, giving it a sense of motion even when standing still. Under the hood sits a rebuilt inline 8-cylinder engine, one of Pontiac's signature power plants of the era. Inline 8 engines were known for their smooth operation and quiet performance, offering a refined driving experience compared to many rougher engines of the time. Paired with a hydromatic automatic transmission, this setup was considered advanced for its day, providing drivers with a level of convenience and ease that was still relatively new in the late 1940s. This particular Pontiac Silver Streak Streamliner Coupe, 1948 Pontiac Streamliner, is described as a show-ready antique car that draws significant attention wherever it appears. The combination of restored mechanical components and well-preserved aesthetics makes it appealing to collectors who value originality and historical character. One of the more charming details mentioned in the listing is the presence of an original underdash GM Kleenex dispenser. While seemingly minor, features like this highlight the era's approach to luxury and convenience, when automakers began incorporating small comfort-oriented accessories into their vehicles to enhance the driving experience. The seller notes that the car is a deluxe model and has been well restored, with only minimal mileage since completion. This suggests that the vehicle has been carefully preserved and likely stored properly, helping maintain its condition and presentation quality. Imagine walking up to this Pontiac at a classic car show. The blue paint reflects the surrounding lights. The long, flowing coupe roofline emphasizes its streamliner design, and the overall presence of the car immediately transports viewers back to the late 1940s. It is not an aggressive muscle car or a heavily modified hot rod. It is a refined piece of automotive history. Turn the key, and the inline 8 engine starts with a smooth, steady hum. The hydromatic transmission shifts with an effortless feel, representing one of the early innovations that helped shape the future of automatic driving. The experience behind the wheel is relaxed, comfortable, and focused on enjoyment rather than performance. At an asking price of $32,000, this Pontiac Streamliner Coupe positions itself as a collectible vintage cruiser rather than a performance machine. Its value lies in its restoration quality, historical significance, and the rarity of surviving post-war Pontiacs in this condition. In the end, this 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak Streamliner is more than just a restored classic. It is a representation of a transitional era in American automotive design, where style, comfort, and innovation began to merge into the modern automobile. Whether displayed at shows, enjoyed on weekend drives, or preserved as a piece of history, it remains a striking example of Pontiac's post-war legacy. Number 15. This 1977 to 1978 Chevrolet Caprice, currently listed for $800, is located in Stanley, North Carolina. This listing sits firmly in the blank canvas category of the classic car world. Stripped down, incomplete, and offered at a price that reflects its current condition rather than its potential. The Chevrolet Caprice of this era was once one of America's most recognizable full-size sedans, known for its comfort, long body lines, and smooth highway cruising characteristics. Today, however, this example exists as a bare shell waiting for a new direction. According to the seller, this vehicle is a roller with no motor and no transmission. It also has no interior, no brakes, and is being sold exactly as seen. In practical terms, this means the car is not currently functional in any way and would require a complete mechanical and interior rebuild before it could ever return to the road. The Caprice itself was originally designed as a full-size American luxury cruiser. In the 1970s, it represented comfort-oriented transportation, often used for long-distance travel, family driving, and even law enforcement fleets. Its large body and traditional rear-wheel drive platform made it a popular choice for modification later in life, especially within the lowrider and custom car communities. However, this particular unit is far removed from that original factory configuration. With all major components removed, it now serves more as a starting shell than a vehicle in any traditional sense. What remains is essentially the body structure and exterior form, which may still hold value, depending on rust condition and overall structural integrity. One of the more important details in this listing is that there is no title. This significantly impacts the potential usability of the vehicle, as acquiring proper documentation may require additional legal steps, depending on local regulations. For some builders, this is manageable. For others, it can be a major barrier depending on intended use. The seller's description is straightforward and direct. What you see is what you get. This reinforces the idea that the buyer should expect no hidden components, no mechanical systems, and no interior parts included with the sale. It is strictly a bare project shell. At $800, this Caprice is positioned at the very bottom of the classic car market. Vehicles in this price range are typically purchased for one of three reasons: full custom rebuild projects, parts donor vehicles, or long-term restoration attempts by experienced builders willing to invest significant time and resources. Despite its condition, the Chevrolet Caprice platform itself still carries historical interest. Many enthusiasts appreciate its large frame, traditional rear-wheel drive layout, and classic American sedan proportions. These characteristics make it a common base for custom builds, especially in the lowrider and street cruising communities. However, bringing a car like this back to life would require extensive investment. A replacement drivetrain, full brake system, complete interior restoration, electrical rewiring, and likely body and paint work would all be necessary. In most cases, the cost of restoration far exceeds the purchase price, which is why these vehicles are typically chosen for passion projects rather than financial investment. Still, for the right builder, a bare Caprice like this offers freedom. Without original components restricting design choices, it can be transformed into nearly any vision, from a custom cruiser to a restomod or even a completely modernized classic-inspired build. At its core, this 1977 to 1978 Chevrolet Caprice is not a ready-to-drive classic. It is a foundation, an empty platform with a recognizable shape and a long history behind its name. Its value lies not in what it is today, but in what an experienced builder might be able to create from it tomorrow. For $800, it represents an entry point into a large-scale project, but one that requires clear understanding of the time, cost, and effort needed to turn a stripped shell back into a functioning vehicle.